All right, guys, let's break it down. Iowa State trails Mississippi by 11 at halftime. It's 40-29. Just do a quick one here. I'm not going to take comments or anything like that. Pretty simple here. And, what do you got to do in basketball to win? You got to make some shots. And you have one team that's playing really efficient on offense. I actually think Iowa State played pretty good defense, even during that stretch where Mississippi goes on a 20-2 run. I think it was what it ended up being. They had some really tough shots, and it was all kind of started by Dia with there's like 2 on the shot clock. Heisey's out on him on the right wing, and he knocked down that 25-footer. That's a 30% three-point shooter knocking that down. Ole Miss goes on the run after that. On the other end, the 6 turnovers for Iowa State, you want to cut those down. A couple of them were careless. But it's, I look at that box score, and Momcilovic, 1 of 7. We said it in pregame. Thought he'd have to have a big game for Iowa State to win this one. He's 0 of 4 from 3. A lot of really good looks that Iowa State has missed. They started off early in this game just destroying Ole Miss on the glass, and then it tails off. But Ole Miss just stopped missing shots too, so that's kind of why that evened out. So what do you got to get from Iowa State to make a comeback in this thing? It feels like Joshua Jefferson and Momcilovic is where this thing's going to have to go. Curtis is really your only form of offense at this point, and it's such bad analysis, but you just can't, you can't shoot this way, and win against really good teams in the NCAA tournament. You just can't, especially when they're making them. Now, here's the good news: if you watched Mississippi against North Carolina earlier in the very similar first half where they had a big lead on them. They shot the ball uncharacteristically well, and things evened out in the second half. Feels like that could be the case here tonight. As again, I thought Iowa State's defense was really pretty good for the most part, considering I think Taman's trying out there. He's still clearly not anywhere close to 100%. Ole Miss made some really tough shots throughout that entire half. You want that to even out. You want Iowa State to, have to play a lot better on offense if you're going to come back and win this thing. Having said that, I've seen this team make comebacks multiple times this year. I'm certainly not counting them out. Another one of my keys to this game is I thought there'd be a lot of foul shooting. There probably wasn't as much in the first half as I thought, but you did have one team go 9 of 9 from the free throw line while the other team goes 2 of 5. So that's a huge discrepancy there when you're looking at an 11-point game. Iowa State missed the front end of a 1-and-1, which is as good as a turnover. It's things like that, I do feel like Iowa State's 16-12 edge in the paint probably should have been more in the first half. I think Iowa State probably missed out on some opportunities to, build up that discrepancy. But listen, Dia is backing up everything he said for the game. You got to give him props. 14 points in 14 minutes for the big man. Padula's been good, not great. He hasn't really killed Iowa State as far as that goes. But you stay the course and you hope that you get your run, right? And Iowa State certainly has it in it to do that. But Taman Lipsey only attempts 1 shot in the first half. Point is, without Gilbert and Lipsey, they're going to have to get more from him, clearly, in the second half, offensively at least. If Momcilovic is 1 of 7, you're really limited then when it comes to your offense. I would be surprised if Curtis Jones doesn't play the overwhelming he only played 14 minutes in the first half. I would bet he plays If he doesn't start, he should play every minute of the second half. You got to find ways to get offense out there. And Momcilovic just has to wake up. Again, he's had good looks. It's just he's been way off. A couple of those weren't even close. Really anti-Milan, not what we are used to seeing from him, especially when you consider what he was able to do on Friday in the first round of the NCAA tournament. So that's my quick view in this. Got to stay true on defense. Hope that Ole Miss cools off a little bit and, man, make some shots, right? Got to hit some shots. That's it. 20 more minutes. Let's go. Let's see if Iowa State can make the comeback. All right, guys. We'll be with you again. Reminder, I'm not going to be right after the game. Bloom and I are going to do a podcast after locker room interviews and all that stuff. So we will have a live Williams and Bloom later tonight. That will be the post-game show. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.